Hi folks, Reverend Crystal Cox here. This is more on what I call the Pleidian scriptures. There are so many probabilities that are playing out now, and you're being lured into them, almost as if, if those of you who like sports, if you think of a college trying to recruit you, or you think of, you know, uh, different towns, different people, different companies trying to get your business. And that's what these probabilities are. Like the news is playing out one probability. You buy into that, you go down that direction. You could pick up various magazines from different sources and you buy into that probability, and that's the way your life heads. Once you make a decision on what you want your life to be, that's the probability that you choose. There's many different directions you can go, and there's many different things happening at the same time. Almost as if, and I've read quite a bit on the fact that it is so, that many multidimensional realities are happening at the same time. So don't stress yourself out. Just, bob along the way that feels best, and just if it doesn't work out, then you know that there's a lesson that you were supposed to learn down that road. But what you don't want to do is buy into a probability that you're sold instead of what you are led to through your constant connection to divinity and spirit. Like if the news is playing out some sort of a chaos or war or financial, all this scare and gloom and doom and shame and guilt, and don't necessarily buy into something without researching it, learning yourself. Cancer, for example. So many people fear having cancer when cancer's been healable since the beginning it existed. I mean, the Native Americans had it, right? So you have to do your own homework across the board, and with that, prayer, talk to your guides and angels and ask to be led to where is of your highest and best good, ask to be led for healing. Make your intentions known and then watch for signs on that. Sometimes we don't realize what we've asked for, and then we head into a year of lesson on that. And I've been through that many times. But just make sure that you are doing your own research and you're not buying into your favorite blogger, your favorite TV, your favorite video, one person. If it feels wrong to you, it's wrong for you. Okay? Again, I'm going to say that. If it feels wrong to you, it's wrong for you. All right, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about, I suggest you read the book Path of Empowerment by Barbara Marciniak. All of her books on the Pleiadian information is really good, and I'm going to read you a little bit from it, and I'm going to talk about some stuff also. All right. There's a mass awakening of humanity going on now. This book talks about from 2007 to 2012, and so those light workers that were already in that energy, felt the change, were kind of not necessarily on the other side of it, but experiencing the effects of it. So this book is very important information, as with all the Pleiadian information, to help validate our experiences. The thing is that you have to trust your gut on what feels true to you and what don't, and when you're reading something. And check in with spirit. It's about your own relationship, you personally, with the divine. All right, knowledge is sacred, and the choice to be informed or merely entertained in today's world is a very revealing test of the times. Expanding your mind to penetrate the deeper meanings of life is not only liberating, it is crucial to your well-being. For knowledge is power, and how you use your power inevitably determines the course of your personal and collective life. The social and political situations you currently face, personally and globally, include a series of very intense lessons of discernment. You are all challenged to see through the well-crafted, mind-boggling business of fear that has overrun the planet. Maintaining your faith in a positive outcome for all you encounter every day is not always easy. However, it is important to remember that difficult and challenging experiences precede all worthwhile accomplishments. The choices you make and the risks you are willing to take at this time are essential to the process of strengthening your resolve and waking up to the recognition and the application of your personal power. Ultimately, You create all you encounter for very good reasons. So we have to have faith that we're creating the lessons and creating what we're going through now. And sometimes we beat ourselves up because we think, well, we're doing this again, and why did I do that again? But you're just kind of, getting through the final lessons of it. And these lessons could be from past lives, from people in your lives. You also kind of carry in your DNA other people's mess ups, things that they did that were just not good for them and not good for people around them, and you're cleansing that. And each time you make a better choice and a better decision, or let go of guilt and shame and fear, you're doing that for all of your ancestry, all the lives you've ever led, and that your DNA has ever led, and all your future lives, and then essentially, consequently, humanity as a whole. Okay, you are living in a time when opportunities for self-empowerment, expanded awareness, and spiritual growth appear to be unlimited. Everything in existence is imbued with a form of power, including you. For a few moments, consider your beliefs about the concept of power and personal empowerment. What images come to you? What form of power do you imagine resides within you? From days of old, awareness and self-empowerment were considered to be inseparable counterparts, like two sides of the same coin. The combination of these qualities was treasured and valued as an essential code of wisdom throughout the dimensions of space and time, because it was regarded as the basis for creating and maintaining a vital existence. When you think about it, folks, when you think about your own power, you're totally self-contained, really. I always flash on, because I'm a 70s sort of girl, flash on the first Superman movie, and, you go in the crystals at the beginning of the movie or whatever, and everything. You can also think of it as the Akashic Records. You can go there at any time and pull any information from any point in time, future, past, and all time existing in the same moment. You can close your eyes and picture yourself walking into a field, and you can astral travel and go do things at night. There's so much that you can do, but you have to believe that you can do it. You have to know that you can do it. And if the veil is too dense for you, and that's not where you want to be, then that's not where you're supposed to be right now. But your power is unlimited. We're in these human vehicles, and we're kind of in a density and an energy where we're stuck within certain, let's call them laws, laws of physics, laws of science, laws of man, but our power is infinite, and we really can do anything with it. Okay, from some point of view, this is the time and place to be, in the midst of many, many probable realities, dimensions, and avenues of existence. As a consequence, the times in which you live are particularly challenging because you are currently immersed in exploring a very intense section of the course in human development. A powerful time to achieve increasingly pronounced states of greater awareness and sensitivity is driving you to feel, heal, and deal with your life situations and possibilities. All the people of the earth are in crisis, and this crisis stems from a deeply ingrained fear of knowing the truth. To release this collective bondage of fear, you must be willing to see more and go deeper into what you know. It is now time for you to integrate your spiritual essence and become mature about how you use your mind. You are in the midst of a tumultuous transformation and initiation through the dark night of the soul, and you must be willing and able to identify the problems occurring in your personal and collective life and manifest their solutions. You are on the verge of an astounding worldwide spiritual revolution, and with this in mind, it is essential to know that opportunities for growth are always abundantly available if you learn to create them. Understanding the power of belief and the power of the mind, both individually and in mass, is the most pressing and crucial issue for humankind to grasp. Recognizing these two important keys of knowledge can open human consciousness to a new worldview of unlimited possibilities and highly creative solutions. Beliefs are essentially agreements about reality, and both personal and collective beliefs form the structure and the parameters of your life experience in any point in time. Beliefs, thoughts, and feelings leave a distinct formative imprint on the field of vital energy that envelops your world. You are creating all of the time, and humankind is rapidly awakening to this astounding realization. So you're constantly creating. All of your thoughts, everything you do every day is creating another reality and another probability. And that's not to stress you out to censor and monitor yourself all the time, but if we can pay attention to what we're thinking about, we can try to have deliberate thoughts and, really work every day at some point consciously on raising the vibration of Mother Earth and her people, then it's good for all mankind. Because of course, womankind, what our beliefs are essential. So our state of mind, and that's why, TV and news and all this stuff tries to point us in a certain direction. Either way, they can just do what they want. The thing is that our collective mindset, our thoughts, create a certain reality. Okay, and that's just the way it is. The times in which you live are characterized by immense changes and great flexibility, and clear intent are required of you for dealing with this inestimable process. You see, folks, you have to really have a clear intent about what you want your life to be. And sometimes we get lost in emotion, we get lost in depression, we get lost in relationships and self-loathing and fear, and during those times we are still creating a reality. So the quicker we can get through them with the highest and best, then of course the best. But if we just keep stating and letting it be known what our attention is. Okay, developing the ability to become aware of what you think, feel, and speak, and structuring your life with pristine clarity through thought, word, and deed are of essential importance for living an empowered life. Accepting responsibility for the power you embody is the essential, most important lesson of this transformation. Folks, accepting responsibility that you are responsible, just like that Ho'oponopono stuff that I was telling you about, that Joe Vitale book, that we are responsible for everything that happens to everybody. And we certainly must take responsibility for our own mind. Our belief systems are creating the whole. I know it's a real hard concept to grasp, but we really need to make sure of our own thoughts, words, and deeds in order to use the power of our own mind. You don't need any money to do that. You don't need anything out of side of yourself to use the power of your mind to give to the collective whole. Okay. Expanding awareness is sweeping the globe with astounding momentum, stimulating humanity on a cellular level to wake up and discover its power. The pressure to truthfully deal with your life and the world at large has never been greater. And for some people, the intensity required for this task seems overwhelming. During these times of change, opening your mind to consider points of views and vistas of life that extend outside of the box of accepted thinking is both sensible and admirable. And it also creates, a more expanded version of reality for everybody. You have chosen to be here at this time in order to contribute your own unique point of view to the cast of conscious beings who are producing the great spiritual awakening on planet Earth. Awareness is a state of mind, and it is also the name of the game in these changing times. Like a colossal storm, expanding awareness is sweeping the globe with astounding momentum, stimulating humanity on a cellular level to wake up and discover its power. You must be willing and able to call a spade a spade. That is, to name and identify what you see and sense is happening at all levels with courage and clarity. Individually and collectively, your freedom hinges on your ability to speak the truth as you see it. And see, folks, we can see that happening now with so many whistleblowers, and now there's riots in the streets, and people are standing up and fighting back, and the truth is being exposed. There's a light in every dark corner, and this stuff has been going on for eons, and now the truth is coming with courage and clarity. And so many more are having the courage to stand up and call something out, calling a spade, with courage and clarity. Okay, your lessons in living also involve very difficult issues of discernment involving your relationships with both physical and non-physical reality. Each day, the choices you make are crucial to your well-being, and just as important, your thoughts not only set the course and direction of your life in the physical 3D world, they also ripple into and affect many other realities. The stakes in this game of awareness are steadily being raised, and you are challenged more than ever to identify your innermost feelings and acknowledge them as primary sources for creating your reality. So we're paying attention to our thoughts, and we're noticing what comes up, and then sometimes I question it. I'm like, well, where did that come from? Is that me? Is that my total belief system? And then you're kind of negotiating and talking with yourself, but your thoughts are actually rippling out into other people's realities and creating that. The potential for you to be more aware is constantly increasing due to the lightning-like speed at which new ideas are being exchanged and their possibilities realized. Even though you may rely on the printed word in order to learn and expand your knowledge and awareness, you are highly telepathic all the time. So I'm going to not read any more from the book at this point, but understanding that we are telepathic is very important because, we don't often trust that about ourselves. We don't seem to trust the information that we get, the intuition we get. And when we're right on, like we're like, oh my gosh, I knew the phone was going to ring or whatever, we leave it at that simplicity, where we could expand that because that's who we are. We're telepathic beings. We're empaths. The reason that we feel so much from other people's emotion as light workers and healers, that's because we're supposed to heal that. We don't need to cry about it and mourn about it and whine about it and go into the dark depths with them. We just heal it. We just heal it with the power of our thoughts and minds and prayers. Anyway, that's a bit more on what I call in my writings and talks and through Barbara Hand Cloud, Barbara Marciniak, and the Cryon information, and what I've learned through it, and I'm calling it the Pleidian scriptures. It's kind of my version of I do channel Pleidian information, and I also consider myself a Pleidian priestess, a Pleidian preacher, and the information really vibes strong with me, and I recommend that you all read all of Barbara Marciniak's books. And if you feel weird about the reptilian stuff, just let it flow through you. Any part that doesn't feel right, that's not meant for you. It's to basically kind of a coding to awaken you to that information, and hopefully you are talking to Spirit and your guides and angels and developing that relationship and being part of raising the vibration of Mother Earth and her people. God bless you all.